Hello there to everybody who is watching. I am Galadite74, your coach of the Calgary Flamethrowers. In this video today, I will be showcasing to you guys Week 3 of CGT. Very interesting stuff here. We are battling the New York Empoleon, coached by Goldoa Dragon. There's a few notes I have before we get into the team builder here. We are both going into this game 1-1. So whoever wins today will be above 500, and whoever loses will be below 500 going into week 4. Hopefully we can go above 500 and keep this momentum going, as in a league like this, where all the competition is really hard, winning would be really nice. Speaking of competition, Goldoa Dragon, his YouTube link will be in the description below. He is no stranger to the draft scene. He recently went undefeated and won SDA, and he had an amazing season in PAC and unfortunately lost in playoffs. Very talented coach, just like every other coach here who is very talented. Also, just like our first 2 weeks, this is the first time we're battling him. I know Aquarius, while making this league, wanted to see some unique matches, and so far, this is the third one of the season. Very cool stuff. That's all I got in terms of introduction. We can start heading into the team builder. As you guys can see the graphic I'm about to show you on screen. Here is Goldoa's team. It consists of Zygarde, Slowbro, G-Zap, Sylveon, Cloyster, Galvantula, Stakataka, Magmortar, Alolan Persian, Xatu, Trevenant, and Mawile. Now, you can see here, it's a pretty interesting squad. He's brought almost every Mon to a game, and we're only 2 weeks in, which is pretty impressive. When I talk about matchup here, I kind of see it as a 50-50. I have some Mons that really do well against him, and he's got 2 Mons that do really good against me. Those Mons are Zygarde and Cloyster. My team is not weak to ground, at all. Earthquake spam, not a big deal, and that's never going to be an issue. Thousand Arrows is a little bit different, as a lot of my Mons off the ground, like Corv, is neutral to ground, Rotom Heat gets destroyed by ground, my grass type is Vileplume, so just all of a sudden, Thousand Arrows spam is really good against my squad. I do think he is going to have a kind of a hard time setting up with this Zygarde. If he does bring setup, I fully expect it to be Coil and not DD, just because I think he needs the defense. But I could see something like a banded Zygarde really running through my team, so that is something that I'm very terrified in this matchup of. The other Mon, Cloyster. I'm known to draft water ground types recently in recent history, and those make it to where Cloyster has a fun time, as my bulky water doesn't resist water or ice. As in this case, it's no different. Cloyster, after a Shell Smash, destroys my team. Simple as that. Conkeldurr doesn't look amazing in this game, so that's on the bench, and my team is built around making sure that Mon never sets up for free. So that's kind of the game plan revolving around my squad this week. Those two are easily the biggest threats. G-Zapdos banded could be a threat, though offensively revenging it isn't that hard. Slowbro and Sylveon is an annoying defensive core. Sylveon on this team was built really nicely, as a lot of Mons I want to use to beat Sylveon don't beat stuff like the Zygarde or like Magmortar I was looking at. Very, very well placed Sylveon on this squad. Few other annoying Mons I know he used Stakataka week 1 and used it really well. Alolan Persian can be annoying, though I have a Bisharp, so maybe not so much. And so I think Sylveon, Cloyster, and Zygarde are the 3 main core pieces that really are just good against my squad. But that's looking at his team. The game plan for my squad is to get Bisharp in early and just spam attacks, as well as Rotom Heat. Zygarde is the only real good answer to both of them, and forcing out Zygarde early is better for me, so I don't have to deal with it late game. So that's the goal. Rabombi or Latios can clean up depending on who's better in the matchup, and that's the game plan. What I am bringing is the Bisharp, the Swampert, Rabombi, Latios, Corviknight, and Rotom Heat. I will be very honest with you guys. I'm a pretty big fan of this squad, as we can start talking about this Bisharp set here. It's standard Life Orb with low kick. The beauty about Bisharp, I personally think this is going to be Bisharp's best matchup all season. Goldoa's team is kind of on the slower side, but more importantly, the mons that are faster don't do too much to it outside of Zygarde and Magmortar. And Magmortar doesn't want to switch into a knockoff. Zygarde is arguably the best answer to this, though knocking off its item would be great. Forcing it out early would be amazing. This is meant to come in on Sylveon or Slowbro and just click buttons. It's really good against the low tiers in this game. It can abuse them pretty hard, and not being locked into one move is going to be very nice in this game. Zapdos can take a knockoff, sure, but it doesn't want to lose its item, so I think that trade is quite worth it for me. And Sucker Punch just for the priority, just in case. So, really good matchup here. If Zygarde's defensive to handle this, then it's not that threatening to the rest of my squad. So, very insane value I can get out of Bisharp here. Next is Swampert. This is mixed bulk, lean defensively. A little bit of a unique set. I got Rocks, Yawn, Ice Beam, Earth Power. Ground and Ice coverage is really good against the squad here. And I thought going special would be better because A, I can two-shot the Cloyster, and B, I can hit the Zygarde effectively. I was expecting a Coil set if Zygarde is defensive, so Ice Beam was better for that. Yawn is mainly so Cloyster can't set up for free in front of me. I think I value Yawning Cloyster over two-shotting it with Earth Power, because it's very easy to revenge once it's asleep. Also, a good way to deal with Stakataka, Magmortar if it comes, it's not a threat with Swampert around. It's even an okay answer to G-Zap, though I prefer not to use it in that way. But that is Swampert's utility and use in this game. I would like to keep it healthy throughout the game, but knowing me, we'll see how I play it. Rabombi's next, Dual Stab, Quiver Dance, Roost. This set wins. Stakataka and Magmortar are the only two mons that hardwall this, and I don't think Stakataka's matchup's that great. I could see it coming as a Lottie answer, but I still don't think it's amazing. And Magmortar, I have 3 really good answers to Magmortar, so as long as I can deal with that thing, Rabombi in the end game just wins this game. 1 Quiver Dance, and I kill almost everything on the squad. I guess Mawile is a good answer to that too, but Mawile, again, not that scary. 4th mon on this team is Latios, and this is max attack, almost max speed. 4 attacks with Soldew. Soldew was a very interesting item. It was going to be that or the weakness policy. The reason I ran Soldew was because Goldoa's been running Sylveon more Spadef, like at max HP with a lot of Spadef. And with Soldew, Psyshock can actually two-shot a Sylveon, while Hyper Voice never OHKOs me if it's defensive, which I think is the best Sylveon set. So the goal is to try kind of trade my health to, get some significant damage on the Sylveon. Because what I forgot to mention was that a Spadef Sylveon does also beat down my Rabombi set, which also Rabombi deals with Zygarde effectively pretty well. Another thing I forgot to talk about. But if that is the case, I can just spam attacks, honestly. Aura Sphere, Nuke Stakataka, Mystical Fire was for the Mawile, and I guess the Galv, though Dragon Pulse does the same amount of damage with the Soldew. And the Soldew gives me the damage boost I need to actually OHKO a Zygarde and a G-Zapdos, I'm pretty sure. And 2-shot a Slowbro. Like, there were so many breaking points with Soldew, I thought that was worth it over the weakness policy. So that's why I went that route in the end here. Very good at spamming attacks. This is Corviknight. This is easily my least favorite set on the squad. This is defensive for the G-Zap. I can also take 2 Mystical Fires from the Sylveon with this EV spread. Iron Defense Body Press. Bulk Up was a lot better in the grand scheme of things, though Iron Defense I needed so I couldn't let Cloyster set up on me. I was very scared of that mon, and this mon is arguably his best chance at setting up in front of me. because if I am weakened, I am in a pretty vulnerable state versus that Mon. Brave Bird was the best spammable attack. I originally had Iron Head for the Sylveon, though Brave Bird was doing decent damage still, and Roost just to stay healthy. Iron Defense also lets me keep up with a Coiling Zygarde if I need to go that route. So it does have multi-purpose here. It is hard-walled by a few Mons, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but I think it's going to be okay, and it's kind of my emergency blanket check to some things in this game. Finally, we have Rotom Heat here. This is the standard boot set that should have came week 1, but it didn't. I had Will-O-Wisp over Toxic, but Toxic was better for the Lati as well as stuff like the Sylveon and the Slowbro. It makes it to where they just can't sit in front of me. Volt Switch is super spammable in this game if Zygarde isn't going to want to come out early, and as I mentioned earlier, if I can force out Zygarde early, the easier it is for me to deal with. So I thought that was pretty effective in this matchup. Gave me a great switch into Galvantula, another good switch into Magmortar, and a good pivot into Sylveon. So that's its main role in this game. And that's going to wrap it up for this team builder. I want to mention before the game starts, I started to feel really sick right before the game started, and it's still actually kind of lingering as I record this now, fourth wall breaking. So hopefully it goes away, and hopefully it doesn't affect the quality of this video here. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in the battle. Here we are in the battle. Jeez, that took a bit, not gonna lie. Look how fun to Goldoa. There's no Zygarde on my screen. Holy crap, I was for sure that thing was coming. I'm very, very happy to not see that. His bottom 3 didn't come. No Persian as well. I don't think I saw a Stack Attacka. Nope. And I think that's his 6. This is actually amazing for me, not gonna lie. It makes my Rotom Heat so useful in this game. So I will keep that in mind here when it comes to like this game as a whole. I will preface this by saying I am 100% not feeling 100% right now, like physically. Hopefully that doesn't really affect the gameplay here, but that is just something that was, I think, worth noting. But this is pretty good, actually. I kind of like this. In terms of lead, it's either Bisharp or Rotom Heat. I think Rotom Heat is just super free in this game. It is so good. Let's just do that, yeah. Bisharp's not bad, but with the rest of what I'm seeing here, I prefer this lead over that. I think the worst lead for me would be Zapdos, because Banded could potentially knock me out. But again, good luck, have fun to Goldoa. I'm looking very forward to this game, and I can spend the rest of this time doing what I always do. Cloyster is a very big threat, by the way. If that thing sets up, that could just be the game. So that's another thing worth noting in this battle here. So we'll see what leads in a second. As it's taking a second, we have a black screen. Cool. Oh, there it goes. We're going to see a Galv lead. Awesome. That is exactly what I wanted to see. And what I'm going to do, I think, make sure I got everything off here. I think I did. Cool. I'm going to Volt Switch simply. Or do I just overheat? I kind of like the idea of just Volt Switching. And I'll go out into something. So we'll do that. I don't really care about webs. They aren't really a big deal to me at all. And we'll see what happens. But Rotom's going to go crazy. They just hard switch out. They don't have a ground type. So I just get free momentum. Magmortar comes out. Okay. I Volt Switch. That does like 20 to 25%. Let me do a calc real quick. That could be Assault Vest, no bulk, or just some bulk to it. Regardless, I think I just go into my Latios and click Size Shock. Yeah, that's the play I'm going to make. And it's pretty free in this game. I am Soul Dew, so it's going to do a crap ton of damage to anything. And again, this is a good position to be in. I don't think this will knock out, but it will be close. And I don't really see what Magmortar can do back to me. Maybe I should slow down the game a bit and then start calcing a bit more. Yeah, Side Shock probably won't kill. It's a roll if it's no bulk. But not really in my... Well, yeah, it's kind of in my favor, actually, if it's no bulk. I Side Shock. We'll see how much this does. Hopefully it just kills. Just barely lives. Rock Tomb, that's fine. That does a decent chunk, but I'm -1. I actually want to switch out now. And let's see, Swampert maybe? What's Swampert doing? It's good for Cloyster. I like its health. Let's go back out in the Rotom. And because I don't want this being in front of Cloyster if it's got minus speed. I guess another Rock Tomb would be annoying. Dual Chop, that's fine. They're physical. Alright. I could take a crap ton of damage and then volt my way out of here, which I'm going to do. I could be faster because I do have some speed in my thing, but I feel like they're going to end up just being faster here. I don't think they should knock me out with a Rock Tomb. It is a Magmortar, but we will see. I don't mind being low as long as I'm alive, because if I'm alive, I can pain split on something later. And if Rotom goes down, it's not really the biggest deal, as I'm faster and I'm just going to knock this out with Volt Switch. Cool. They will get momentum this way, but I get Magmortar for that, so I'm completely content with this. What do I want to go out into? Bisharp? No, I don't like that quite yet. Honestly, would have liked Rotom in, but this is fine. I think Lati, just going back out into that is fine. Let's just go back out on Lati, yeah. It doesn't let Cloyster in for free unless it's like Scarf or something. And if they bring out a Scarfer, we could figure that out. But Magmortar being gone means Rabombi can kind of just win if I can get a Quiver or two up. I would like some chip on the Sylveon before I do that, though. So part of me wants to stay in on this Sylveon if it comes out on my Mon here. If I lose a Lati, it's not a big deal. I would like to keep it, of course, but, you know. They're going to go out into Sylveon. That is fine. Psyshock could be a 2-co depending on their investment. What do I need Lottie for? I really don't feel like I need it for much. How much do I value a Rotom in this game? A little bit still. So I think I'm just going to Psyshock and get my damage here. Yeah, let's do it. They've been running a Spadef set, so if they're not defensive, this has a good chance to 2-shot. It does. That's a 2-shot. They have a Tom Pass. Awesome. That is great. I think if I can get Rabombi in for free, I just win the game. Or they could be Sash on things, so maybe not. We will see here. That was a really good turn for me. They could go out into Galv. Maybe Zapdos if it's Choice Scarfed. But that's a Spadef Sylveon. So yeah, it definitely was a good play there. They go out into the Galvantula. I have a low chance to kill this. I don't want to risk that. I have a Rotom Heat, so let's go out into that thing. And then I can Volt Switch back out into Lati, because the Volt Switch will give me the chip to knock this out. They Bug Buzz, that's fine. This shouldn't do too much. Nope, that did around 25%. Rotom Heat, Galvantula. That might be Specs. I didn't calc, but that could be Specs. I think I just Volt Switch again. Yeah, let's just Volt Switch again. I don't see an issue in that. I will be faster, so it'll be a slow Volt Switch. They Thunder, so they're not Choice Scarfed. Good to know. They're not Choice Specs either. And I live that, so I can Pain Split possibly on something later. Cool. Volt Switch, that's not Assault Vest. And I think I just go back out in the Lati. Lati or Rabombi. I think I like... This could be a chance to Quiver. I don't like the potential of them being Sash or anything. So let's go back out into Lati. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. And I can click any move I want. Well, not Aura Sphere, but the other 3 moves. What's the best against it? I think Dragon Pulse is just the best move here. Mystical Fire is not terrible. I think I like Dragon Pulse a bit more. This should kill. Seeing how much Volt Switch did from the Rotom, this should just kill the Galvantula. Yep, that's dead. So that's cool. Corviknight is now doing a lot more in this game. Well, not really. There's a Slowbro there. Gal's gone. Cloyster's still looking scary. Sylveon dies to me. Slowbro, I can beat. Zapdos, I'd switch out because I don't know if they're going to be choiced or not. And there's no point in really risking it. Well, there kind of is. Again, Latios isn't doing great. Well, it's doing a lot, but I have other mons that are doing just as much as it is. So, not the end of the world. They just go back out into this. I think I just Psyshock. Yeah. It will kill this. I don't see a world where this lives, considering how much the first Psyshock did. Yep, Sylveon's dead. And Latios is just going crazy in this game. Yeah, at this point, I just sack Latios to whatever. Zapdos comes in. Do I kill? I mean, if I kill, I'm staying in. If I don't, I can preserve. I kill. Psyshock. We'll see if there's Scarf here. I feel like if there's Scarf, they go out into it first, yeah. As this is going to die. Yep, that's dead. How's that? Wow, this is not going how I thought it would. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. This is not the game I was expecting to have right now. Oh boy. Zapdos G. I'm still terrified of that Cloyster, though with Latios in on that, I'm never too worried about it. I kind of hope they just give me the Cloyster. They give me the Slowbro first. I will Dragon Pulse this. We'll just Dragon Pulse, yep. This should be a 2-ko if they're just max HP. So we'll see what happens here. If I had T-Bolt, game would be over. But I don't have T-Bolt. I have the Mystical Fire, because it was just the way to hit them all while. He has brought it. Yep, that's a 2-ko. They slack off, that's fine. I can just spam the button, to be honest. Yeah, I'm just going to spam Dragon Pulse here. And I have a full health Swampert and a full health Corv in the back. I don't really see a world where Cloyster can clean up my team here. They would have to be Sash, or I would have to get like Mementoed or something. Which does Slowbro get? It does not. Dragon Pulse again, yeah. They Psychic, that's gonna do like nothing. Cool. Cool stuff. I think that's gonna wrap it up for this game. This is exactly, again, not what I was expecting. This is going to be really good for us, though. And Latios is going to climb the leaderboard here as that goes down. And we just have a Cloyster. Which, again, is the last mon, but I have basically my entire team in the back. I'm shocked here. I think no Zygarde was so helpful because I let Rotom Heat just go crazy in this early game. And, yeah, let me just do a quick little calc here. Latios to a Cloyster. I can just click Dragon Pulse, just in case I like Chople or something. This will end off the game here. This recording has been 15 minutes long, but a lot of that had to do with the intro, so this was going to be a quick battle. GG's to Goldoa. Make sure to go check out his channel. It is linked in the description below. I promise you guys, he is a lot better of a battler than this battle showed. My matchup was pretty good. It wasn't like a brutal, really good matchup, but it was definitely decent. But the fact that we 6-0'd him here, and it didn't really feel like much of a fight, I promise you, he is a fantastic battler. You go watch his week 1 versus Matt. It is kind of nuts how that broke down. So, again, go check him out. Go show him some love, as well as the CGT Discord, my Twitter. And, yeah, we're going to bump up to 2-1 in a really nice fashion. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.